Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Silver Fang, and today I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be reacting to Fate Strange Fake episode 5. Last episode was super tough. We got to see Heracles versus Gilgamesh versus Hippolyta. But then Castor came in, ruined the party. That sucked. Hopefully we get to see a rematch. Maybe not. Fate doesn't really like, unless those two are the last two servants. Which is, it could be possible. It could be possible. We gotta get Richer in there involved some way somehow, but it's very possible that either Gilgamesh or Heracles could be one of the last two. And then we also have Enkidu out there, but I think Enkidu, I don't have high hopes to see an Enkidu versus Gilgamesh rematch, just because I feel like Enkidu's probably gonna die at the hands of the shadow thing, because I don't think they would have made the statement that the shadow figure is a natural enemy for Enkidu if they were not gonna use that. I personally want to see a rematch. I personally want to see a rematch between Enkidu and Gilgamesh going all out. I don't think we're going to get it. But with that being said, I'm super excited for this episode. Let's jump right into the video. Ooh, who is this? We are missing a few masters. I'm guessing this is gonna be, or is this is not Faldius, right? That kind of looks, similar to Francesca, although it's a boy, but it has a similar look. Maybe they're related somehow. Ah, so he's working with Faldius.
Master of the true Holy Grail War, I'm going to have you summon a servant. If the summons is a success,
I'll choose a servant for someone who has nothing. I wonder just what would be drawn to it, you know?
So no catalyst. Let's see what he gets.
for the elements silver and iron. For the
It's going to come to you.
I'm curious.
Come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales!
Who is that?
So you're a master of the Holy Grail War?
Summoned you forth.
You can call me Captain, but
Captain?
you should know
Pirate.
that will soon become meaningless.
Just who exactly are you?
My boy, you appear to have a misunderstanding.
Heed my words.
Not a pirate.
You are not the one who summoned us to this place. Who are you? We are but shadows.
However, despite that predicament, we still have
Those
our
look like
activity.
servants.
We hope you will ultimately become a lancer that pierces through all.
I don't get what that means.
Wait, so he's a lancer?
You're not the lancer?
If Fuyuki's system was rightfully summoned.
What does
Wait,
that
so
mean?
he didn't summon a lancer?
Now then, how do I put this? We...
Oh.
I suppose you could refer to it as a water.
What is that? Okay. Wait, so he can see everybody? Oh, that is broken. Oh, that's crazy. This is the guy that, okay. This is Alkadi's master. Black pupils.
If you thought you could infiltrate with such a pitiful disguise, then you grew months.
He converted
What
the
is
whole
the catalyst?
penitentiary into allies of the Scladio family. Right.
Well, that's what you say.
So she pretty
Masters, I call it kind of similar in a way, you know?
Well, those
she
masters
pretty
are
much
not
selected
powerful.
all the masters,
The thing is, you and Bastilo Cordilleon are a different story.
with the exception of
What do you think is going to happen? You'll be hero.
Play. Ooh. So that what he's. So that was what he was supposed to look like.
You there? Are you the one who will become my master and present me with the labor?
Damn. Now I want to see the. Now I want to see him fight without being an Avenger.
Of asking questions. Answer mine, O hero.
Nah. That is Heracles.
Is this some sort of test? If you be able to wield magical energy of this level, and with this command spell I further
What?
remember all the humans you have observed until now.
What?
I further command.
Wait, he used all 3 of his command spells?
This mage is dangerous. I must stop.
Wow.
Best decision? Really? To hand him that thing you brought here from Fuyuki.
Oh, and it's so uncute and nasty.
Called it. Freaking called it. Called it. Mud from the Grail from Fuyuki. Freaking called it. So that's how he became an Avenger.
Admonition. I do this so that this.
Yo, but Francesca's moving all the pieces.
My name is Alcades. It's name.
Wow. So that's how he did it. But now he doesn't have any command spells.
Ridiculous. I'm simply using you as a create magical energy.
From humans, right?
For that system, improved it, and built upon its foundation.
I think we saw this in Fate Apocrypha.
Runs on human lives. With this much at my disposal, only 24,000.
Wow. Only.
To keep it secret. Of course. Thanks to my Lord Galvarosos Gladio's connection.
Yo, this dude is the worst.
The further the Gladio family's reach becomes, the more it will make good use of them.
Wow.
I do appreciate the way you were.
So that's how he can maintain Alcades.
We'll be in trouble if you don't hold your reins properly. But why do that even if it has been several decades? And since the government tried to eradicate your very existence, how can you work with them?
Who is she?
She'll kill you if you say that to her face.
She did kill me, though. That's how I ended up in my current body.
So is she immortal?
You became interested in eternal youth.
Drag the third magic all the way down to magecraft level. The Holy Grail War, remember? You should make sure not to forget about that.
So do they care about who actually ends up winning?
Need reminding. I was never once under the impression that you were on our side.
You agree? Isn't this the part
Because
where you excitedly greet me with a
all these people, they're working together, right? But somebody has to win in the end. Do they care who wins? I mean, obviously, like, everybody has their own little agenda, but like when they were making this alliance, did they talk about like who actually would win this? And wait, so did she? That is so weird. So so she summoned herself? Wow. That is very interesting. That is very interesting.
And Watcher is the barrier and watchtower for that occurrence. But isn't a human being becoming Lancer?
What does that even mean?
Quite frankly, what's absurd is this Holy Grail War itself. The whole thing is derailed too far.
That honestly is the most interesting servant. It's so weird. Him and the shadow creature. Enkidu's not gonna like that.
has already arrived.
Assassin. Okay. So can his servant fight? Is the question. Because a lot of fog, a lot of mystery. Can he fight?
Mage seeking the Holy Grail.
And you? Are you...
Ayaka. What is Ayaka doing
That's
there?
not a master you're aiming at. What you see there is a poor little girl.
Woo, Richard. Here we go. Part 2. Ah, come on. Alright, guys. So this was pretty much a setup chapter. Not a lot new happened here, but we did get a lot of info. We figured out how Alcides or Heracles became an Avenger, and I called it, by the way. Last episode I said that maybe somebody who was in Fuyuki had saved some of the Grail's mud, and that's how he became an Avenger, and that's exactly what happened. So some way, somehow, Francesca managed to acquire some of the Grail's mud from Fuyuki, gave it to oh my god, I forgot this guy's name. This mafia guy. She gave it to him, and then he used the mud of the Grail plus his command spells to turn out Heracles into Alcides. We also learned that Francesca is kind of an immortal being. I mean, I knew that she could change bodies, but apparently she's been alive for a long time, because she said she's died a couple times. And they mentioned that she's been killed decades ago. And then at the beginning of the episode, we saw who is now her servant, which is herself. This is so weird. This is so weird. So I think that was her previous body, right? Because she did mention that another person killed her recently, and that's how she ended up in the body she's in now. So I'm assuming that was the body she had before. And some way, somehow, when she made the summoning, she summoned herself. She probably did it without a catalyst, and that's pretty much what happens. If you can summon yourself, you will summon yourself. Wow, that was very interesting. And then the servant, the Lancer, who's not a Lancer, apparently, is just a Watcher. So I'm assuming it can't fight, because it made no attempts to fight Assassin. It was just warning the Master, like, hey, she's doing this now, she's doing that now. And he pretty much has to fight herself, so that kind of sucks. He can get a lot of info, and he is a soldier. He's kind of like an assassin himself. So technically speaking, for him, that servant could make a good fit, just because it can see everybody, and that way, if he coordinates correctly, he might be able to assassinate other masters, because apparently he's gonna have to do all the fighting himself. And we got Assassin here, and we also got Richard. So I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen, because he did try to save Ayaka. So by that logic, I don't think Richard would fight him. So they might team up against Assassin. That might be the case, although I don't know how good he is at magecraft, but I don't think a gun is gonna do him any good. So we'll see. That was a very interesting episode. And I'm very curious, like, okay, I get they have this alliance going on, but do they actually have a plan? Or did they discuss the fact, like, hey, yeah, it's cool that we're recreating this system and all, but do they have an idea of like who's gonna take this home? Like who's gonna win? Because it looks like Orlando wants to win. And it looks like Francesca wants to win. Faldias, I'm not too sure of. But then they did mention to the new kid, like, hey, if you win, you get a wish. So they were trying to incentivize to him, like, hey, if you try your hardest, you can get a wish. So that's why I'm asking, like, do they even care who wins? Do they even have like a plan for that, or they just care that we created the system, we can reuse this system, so since this is the first one, whoever wins doesn't matter? I think the goal of the government is just to bring mages. I'm pretty sure that in the Fate universe, the more mages in a country, that does something to the economy. So I think the goal of the government itself is just to bring more mages in, because most of the mages live in the West, right? Or the Far East. So like Japan, England. So I think most mages, they go to England because that's where the clock tower is. So the US is just trying to bring more mages in, but I'm curious to see what is Francesca's goal. I know Orlando has his own agenda. I know Falbius, I think he just cares about completing the mission. But what is the mission? Is my question. And then bringing in this guy and giving him a relic to summon Herc? Like, do they even, like, why give such a powerful servant to somebody like that? Mass murder. What did he say? 20,000 something people? Wow. That is insane. I don't remember. I know this method of creating mana stones using humans. I don't remember who did it, but I think the first time I saw it, it was in Fate Apocrypha. Maybe that's the person that they mentioned did it before. But I don't think it was that many victims. And Heracles said, so Heracles is pretty much able to go full power for the duration of this Grail War. So that's very cool. He won't be nerfed at all. Even he was surprised. He said, hey, so how are you doing this? Because I fought using a lot of mana and you didn't budge. Yeah, this was pretty much a good setup episode. Next chapter, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen next episode with Richard and Assassin and the new kid. Are they gonna team up against Assassin? Is Jester gonna show up? That's always a possibility too. So very curious. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It helps the video reach more people. And if you have any suggestions for any other anime or videos that you guys would like me to react to, please leave it down in the comment section below. I'm gonna start reacting to Jobless Reincarnation or Mushoku Tensei season 3, because I've already seen the other 2 seasons. So I'm gonna start doing that as well. So if you're interested, please leave it in the comment section below. That way I know you guys are interested in me doing that. And please also leave your own suggestions, because as I said, this anime only has like 13 episodes. We're already in episode 5, so I'm probably gonna be done with this by next week or so. So if you have any suggestions, please leave it down in the comment section below. With that being said, catch you guys in the next one.